lot of comments on this shirt.
That's Link. Link's a fucking badass, dude. And that bit of drawing there is an interface with Luke Skywalker and Link. And in case you don't know who Link is, he's from the video game Zelda. I love these type of characters, these archetype of the magician in the tarot deck. Of having not, actually not being what I've claimed to be all my life, jack of all trades, master of none. The magician is the master of all, and definitely not well-rounded. Yeah, it's very inspirational.
Okay, and I got that shirt off of T-Fury, which is where I got this one as well.
Yeah, and they have a great shirt over there today if you make it over there before 9 o'clock. And I support this kind of thing because it is something that is directly to an artist. They give a different artist every day the t-shirt design. And this thing gets very much out of the whole corporate spin of like a fucking committee of designers and all this kind of crap. Throw stuff in the toilet that's corporate, that's garbage, that we don't need, that's matrix bullshit, that's people trying to homogenize. And maybe you're not into buying... T-shirts is pretty much where it all is for me for clothes. I pretty much am notorious for wearing the same pair of jeans for about 15, 20 days or a month before I throw them in the laundry. Shirts, gotta have more t-shirts, and I take care of them too. I have t-shirts from 20, 25 years ago actually that are in pretty decent shape. Okay. Oh, so I love this format of trying to address everything in a video. The comments and all that stuff, because I wasn't keeping up. Yesterday worked really well. I actually worked in my studio. I did a great video upload, addressed every single, everything that people sent to me in text, and worked in my studio, and fucked off as well. So I'm going to stick with this for a while, and I think I'm maybe getting the protocol down. I've also been messing around with the video editing. I work in iMovie, and I'm eventually going to be moving into Final Cut, which is actually a much advanced. So I'm working with, played around with it's in my fucking off. I was actually doing stuff last night. I was messing around in iMovie, so this one you're going to see a lot of crazy shit, including me going to a fast pace so that I can stuff more in. It's going to go up to 125, 150% with the video, especially when I'm reading some of the comments and stuff like that, so.
It's going to be a little wacky, little fun today. Right on. Okay. Peter, I figured this name out. Pete Cruise Tunes. Love people's screen names sometimes. That's I don't remember what I read on.
Raw vegetarian diet that includes raw eggs and raw dairy is sustainable. I agree. I'm not so sure that it's complete though, and I have not, except for eating a little sardines here and there, I have not been eating much meat. Lots of ghee, lots of raw milk. But I am noticing that this sort of little bit of sunkenness right in there is kind of coming back a little bit. So, plain. I'm out of the hormones, scary shit, and oh, there's an announcement coming up. Oh, don't digress, you dumbass. Sustainable. Land animals are sustainable too. The proper farming. I learned all this from a guy that I worked at the Longevity Now conference with at the Tonic Bar. A guy named Casey, who is very into the raw thing, is into people like David Wolf. Everybody. I have actually, in terms of like the sort of breadth of everything that's happened in this kind of diet, and he's actually been into natural animal husbandry and stuff, says that a proper run, sustainable farm of animal butchering and all that stuff is very sustainable. And there's differing opinions on this. You know, I heard some numbers on NPR about fish harvesting yearly around the world that were rather disturbing to me. Lobsters, salmon, and stuff like that. I know when we are vegan-based that this is a black or white thing again. My eating a piece of salmon, you know, I stuffed it down in December. I was very, and again, this is coming up, what's actually going on with me. Few announcements to make. A bit of salmon here and there is like, this is a black or white thing, the middle road, you know, of people that eat fish and eat meat and these heavy protein cooked based diets every single day. The omnivore thing is far, anyways, that's that on that. And I do want to add that I don't think that we know all the nutrients yet. And there's another letter, I believe, that's on that. I think there's a lot of micronutrients and stuff like that associated with things that we just don't know about yet, including organ meats, which we don't really, not in my lifetime has that been around me all that much, and I did grow up in a little bit of an older, more rural kind of place. And I know, like, third world countries, like Mexicans and stuff like that, are around a lot more of this organ eating. Anyways, today is the day to live says this to me. Have you noticed how whatever diet you are on affects the way you think about food so deeply because of the body-mind connection that you literally think that almost everyone is better off eating your way compared to other extreme high-fat, low-fat? In other words, when I was high-fat, I thought that high-fat was better for most, and now that I'm on high-carb, I feel it's better. That it's just a narcissistic human brain that makes you think this way. That's well said. That's definitely going on a lot on YouTube for sure. Of just look at me, look how I am, blah 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 blah. There's like more to it than that. What do I want to say? I'm not in that crowd, dude, at all. For a lot of reasons I can tell you about that. First off, I've been a vegetarian since I was 13. I was 13 in 1976. And let me tell you, I was very committed to all this, including my entrance into veganism and raw food at the same time. That was when I was 22. That would be 1985. And I'll tell you, man, when I was, my humbleness in this, I had a lot of great friends. Hardly none of them were vegetarian. In fact, in the 80s, I had a gay friend from Lebanon that was vegan and was kind of a prick, actually, which I've always kind of felt like vegans are sort of assholes. Just uptight little, think their shit don't stink, I'm holier than thou kind of crap. And I've always avoided that, especially being in the construction industry. With my lunches and stuff like that. People respected me because I did my thing and I left their thing alone and I didn't try to preach to them. And if somebody asked me, I would maybe help them or something like that. Another big interesting thing about me is I'm a foodie. I watch a lot. I love food. I love preparation of food. I'm well known for, like, within my family and my friends for doing and cooking and preparing things that are 100 miles, if not 10,000 miles from the way I eat. I think a classic one is when two gay friends invited me and my last boyfriend over for dinner. And, of course, I brought my shit, the salad, and I believe I made the salad dressing there. And then he was like kind of freaking out about the gravy and how he had cooked the meat, something that the pan had them roasted in the oven. And I told him, I know how to make a great like old school gravy. And they were shocked that when the gravy came to the table, they were just like glowing because I made it. You know? Oh, where is it? Oh, wrong one. Because this guy made it. So, and it was this sort of southern kind of thing where you take the meat drippings and you put in milk and flour and kind of shake it up in a jar and then you put it to a slow heat. They couldn't believe I made that. And I do a lot of stuff like this. This weekend, I'm going to actually be going to a family gathering where I'm going to my mom's a day earlier. I prepare a lot of desserts and stuff, and my mom's sitting there at my side as I'm making it. And I usually do this stuff around my mom because she loves sugar. And she tastes and I make. And she's not, they love my desserts and stuff like that. I don't touch it. So I don't have this thing. Just because I guess I'm older and I was kind of a freak in the whole world of eating. And so, again, but I do want to talk about what's working for me. And I do give a lot of advice to people that don't want to come as far as me also, constantly. I'm well known in my community for that. People come up and just ask me something, actually, stuff like that. So,
let's move on, freak.
Oh, here is one. Okay, the healing person. This guy I like a lot. He sent me, and he was a big reason of why I started going to this format of trying to answer stuff. He's like, hey, I've been writing you. You don't like answer and like blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just like.
Oh, anyway, so amazing new videos. Wow, great to know what level you're on with stuff. I don't even have a psychic, but it's very cool to hear your stuff on that area of life. I'm looking to learn more. Look. Oh, typo. Damn, that food looks good where you were eating. I bought some yogurt stuff too to make it home. Been meaning to do. Yeah, and then this guy obviously has we'll address the psychic thing first. I've been to a lot of psychics. I haven't hung on to one. I would say I've been to maybe 10, 12, 15 in my life, including when I really started getting interested in it was a girl named Nicole Peugeot with Quantum Radiance. I think if you do a search on her on Google, you can find her. I talked about her a bit. And I liked her a lot. She's a little bit expensive, although she'll give you a deal. I told her I was my whole situation. And I kind of fell out of my going to LA all the time. Gas crisis, and plus I love LA when it's just me kind of driving around and stuff, but when I gotta be around Erewhon and all them fucking dickhead celebrities and all this shit don't stink motherfuckers that are there, I've kind of gotten everything I'm gonna get out of Erewhon, and plus Erewhon is changing. I don't go to LA anymore. My psychic came to me, and I feel this law of attraction kind of thing. Oh, and by the way, law of attraction thing, boo. I saw your cat videos. Oh my god, I want a cat. My last cat was so autistic, and I didn't pick it. It was my boyfriend that picked this fucking cat, and, I got left behind here with me to take care of. And I know how to pick a good cat. No good cat knows how to pick me. And so this thing has been autistic since day one. And this poor little guy lived to be 7 years before his whole health and everything started collapsing. I think he was definitely a case for the whole Pottinger's cat theory. At 7, he was completely collapsing, stinking, getting skinny, losing his teeth, and then eventually pooping over the house. And then last November I put him to sleep. And I haven't had a cat since. And I've been, as I said, I've been kind of sick with doing stupid, silly cat person things like watching Dead Mouse's cat. He puts videos up. Obviously a huge cat lover, as am I. Anyways, you go through a whole bunch of stuff here, which I'm not going to go through. This guy, the healing person, is somebody I'm very interested in, and the people that I'm trying to mix with my raw food gurus, of just people that are aware of these supplements and stuff like this. And, wow, you know a lot, dude. I'm not going to read this whole, you're addressing my interest in D-aspartic acid. And I do
want to tell all you Jing masters, this will be my 4th day of taking the D-aspartic acid. Woo!
All you older Jing masters that are trying to get it back, that stuff, I'll tell you more about it, but right now, I'm feeling really good from that. I definitely noticed an effect, and so...
And that's how I know. Somebody was asking me, I forgot who you were, about how do I know what's what, and sometimes I do. Now that I'm out of the woods with this desperation, I'm genuinely going through my routine and finding out what's what, and that could be a video by itself. Oh yeah, and you also mentioned a lot of stuff in here, Tribulus, Maca, DHEA. I take all of that stuff. The Maca has got to go on and off. I found that out myself, and then I heard Truth confirm it later. So,
I apologize, I didn't write your name on my thing here, my little teleprompter thing that I'm reading off of. Yesterday I did a paper, and now I just realized I could do this and then blow up the one thing, so it's like a Barack Obama teleprompter here. So, you asked me questions about carob and Sustanch, etc. Hey, just subscribed after I've been watching your videos again lately, loving the information you put out. I asked you before, but wasn't sure. Blah, blah, blah. That you got the personal message, I got it, and I was just doing stuff, and I forgot about it, and so this is why I'm sticking with this protocol. Oh, you're the dude from Norway, by the way. I didn't put your screen name down, and you've been, like, leaving messages a lot. So, apologize. I know who you are if I switch screens, but why I'm doing this way now is so I'm not, like, wonking around, and then I have a bunch of editing to do.
The carob and Sustanch.
Sustanch. Sustanch is young. But it's also moistening, so the sort of bad effects, how do you say it? They're not bad effects, but a lot of young herbs tend to be drying and kind of speed up the metabolism and can kind of make you feel a little bit like you're on drugs maybe, or just, I've definitely played around with some young herbs, and it's just like, I guess if I was going to do a day of some serious working out, but I bought a bottle of Dragon Jing, and one day I took 3 of those, and damn, it was like I just smoked some crack or something. So, Sustanch is moistening, so you can take as much of that as you want in the healing period. Some of those kind of herbs and stuff, you maybe just hit it really hard for 2 or 3 weeks. I was doing 2, when I went through my whole thing, I was doing a teaspoon twice a day with the carob, and I don't know if raw or roasted carob is better. You can pretty much I was putting like 3 heaping tables. Now I just kind of pour it in there.
My colon is like 5,000,000% better than it was in December, and what I went through is coming up on all of that.
Oh, and you asked me about getting a consultation with Truth. I've done this before. I talk to Truth all the time. Truth is very right brain and weighs more than me, but not for the same reasons, and is very, I've sent, because I'm not going to give out his numbers and stuff like that to people, and somebody asked me last year, and I sent an email to Truth, and I gave the email, and I don't know if they ever hooked up with him, but this is why I like this about Truth, is because he's really not concerned with doing what he needs to do and being all like, like up in the fame. It's much more of it's for me, it's a kindred spirit. So what I will do is I'll talk to you about this, and then we'll talk to Truth Calkins, send him an email or something like that.
Numerology, Raven Dream 33. Yes, I'm into it.
Don't know deeply about it, but the synchronicity, I have my own version of numerology. God, I don't remember what my number actually is. So, and then you asked, and somebody else asked me about willpower and about the taking 12 or so of them. Actually, Raven Dream, you didn't.
Alright, let's finish with Raven Dream. Raven Dream talks about, I bought the body ecology diet, blah, 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 blah. Saw some synchronicity, and Raven Dream, I think, is maybe 4 or 5 years younger than me, but definitely on that, like, trying to stay young and beautiful and fun and vibrant and excited about life and all that shit. And
no matter how fucked up I look,
for any reason, I just got a bad, like, hater comment from one of my old videos 3 years ago about, you look anorexic, oh god, and to, like, address these people is, like, ridiculous, because it's like, hey, stupid fucking idiot. It's like, that's what my channel's about. If you look at me then and look at me now, stupid hater people on YouTube. Actually, there's a cyberbullying thing in Congress, and YouTube is really known the worst for just people that are fucking assholes.
And so she says, like, if you're into the body ecology diet and stuff like that, then I'm really interested in it. Body ecology diet will always be at my base. For a lot of reasons, it's not just candida. I have a tooth over here, and I always my confusion is I'm looking at a mirror image of myself, so that's why I'm always confused. The gum is eroded, let me see if I can feel it, right up to about there. And this tooth could have been removed, maybe around in 2007, which was about the same time that I went on the body ecology diet. All of the kind of teeth stuff, all that stuff ends. There's lots of, I personally think there's more to the body ecology diet than just candida and things like that. It's hard for me to even describe them. I just feel better, and I really like Donna Gates. And I hate that she's got this fucking plastic surgery shit going on, because it really, people that want to live the natural life kind of want to age naturally, and god, there's definitely, this video that she just recently did with, on autism, god, in the stills of the video, when the video stops, she actually looks like Michael Jackson, kind of at his scariest. But people don't dismiss her for that reason, because she hangs around with a crowd that's like that, and people that have never been to LA. It's like nothing wrong with that. It's not my trip.
I honestly don't know. I have these sort of...
On the eyes is because I was out in the sun so much, and I've never worn sunglasses all my life. And so I've got this sort of crow's feet, and, you know, I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe a while ago I would have done some plastic surgery had I had the money, but I'm like, kind of like, whoa, look at me. So, I don't know, I'm not judgmental about that, but it's just like, I know that people lessen their, what they consider credibility, because she has obviously had a fucking shitload of plastic surgery.
Oh, Keith, this is from Serene3339. Keith, would you please share more about what you meant about when you said in a recent video that a lot shifted when you did 12 Dragon Herbs willpower caps a day for a number of weeks? What changed for you? And I listened to that audio of Truth, blah, 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 and Polygala. I just found it's one of the most powerful formulas for me. And I'm not saying it's going to be powerful for you. I have heard a lot of people say the same thing I've said too. And the idea of this fourth treasure of the will, I find it very different from Shen. I think it's kind of weird. Now that I'm really getting into Shen and getting into the sides, the stuff about life outside of the Jing and the Qi, because both Jing and Qi are sort of related to the physical. And the Shen, lumping that all into stuff. And this is a video by itself, but for me, that just totally empowered my will to just stop making your little petty sort of emotional excuses that you do. It just gives you willpower. It's like, wow, and you won't actually know how much your willpower is weak until you start trying this. This is just where you got, I don't know if anybody knows, but Leonardo da Vinci was a great procrastinator, and a lot of people talk about what he would have done had he not been a procrastinator. I am actually a huge procrastinator also. I don't get down on myself because, again, I'm really happy with my life. I haven't had the success in art, but my sort of focusing on a day job has put me in a position now where I can actually purify my art a lot more. So, yeah, that's just a little bit about those kind of elements related to the will and willpower and will to live and just the will. I'm really into this fourth treasure thing. And then there's a fifth treasure in my mind, and Truth discusses this a little bit in the Polygala fourth treasure video. I think there's yet a fifth treasure that's related to love issues. That in my mind, we could talk about this one, but that's just a little bit of toss out there.
Okay, so song of the day is, I was reading Rolling Stone magazine earlier, and found out that Kraftwerk music has actually become the first band to ever become museum worthy, and they're having a big showing in Germany, Düsseldorf, where Kraftwerk is from, I think, so,
Definitely, I looked around high and low. I know a lot about Kraftwerk. I've always loved them. I was looking for one of their grand sort of performance videos. This is an old song by them, Radioactivity, and this particular version of it was redone in the 90s with some of the lyrics related to... the beginning of the song is a bit of a social statement, and then as it gets into it, more towards the last third or last half or third, it gets into the original song. Great band live, and very different from everything in the world.